Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the boy Prem back with another show, and today I have my lovely co-host with me.
Hi, everyone. Lori.
And today, guest, we have Vega Bomber. Glad you're on my platform.
Yes, sir. Hello, everybody.
And of course, we have Lady Sasha, who's very supportive on my platform. How you doing, Lady Sasha?
All right. Thank you for having me.
Great, great. So, as y'all know, this weekend has two holidays going on. One became official, Juneteenth, and Father's Day. So,
yes, happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And a happy Father's Day to y'all guys' fathers, too. All right. So, I definitely want to get into this real quick. Have some fun. We discuss certain things and, just have a ball. So, I'll go with you, Lady Sasha. What's your thoughts on Father's Day? What do you think about? Do you think about your father or?
Oh yeah, I was very lucky because I had a good father and a good stepfather too. I was thinking about my stepfather as well, and I messaged my father today, but I probably won't be able to talk to him until after this broadcast because I know my younger sister's probably got him running around somewhere because she's the youngest. She's the baby girl.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, but yeah, I posted my dad's picture on Facebook, but I also think about my grandfathers because I had actually had three because my father's parents were divorced and remarried before I was born. So I grew up with two grandfathers and a step grandfather. So I had like three sets of grandparents, which was fun at Christmas time. But yeah, I learned a lot from my grandfathers. They're very hardworking people and from two different dynamics. This is why I can't get with, sorry to go off topic, but the whole ADOS versus Caribbean people thing, can't get with that because I have one of my grandfathers came from the Caribbean. My other grandfather is Black American. I can't, I can't get with that division thing.
Yeah, that's
why.
And
they both worked hard and took care of their families.
And it sounds like the way you're talking about them, you're very proud of them and happy. So you had a good relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, they're always very encouraging to me. So
good. Vega Bomb, you have any fond memories of your father and grandfather?
Yeah, for my dad, it was great. He's the one that got me into football early on. So I would see him watching the Dallas Cowboys playing, and I would get excited about it just because he got excited. So whenever my dad jumped up and down, as a kid, you always copy your dad, right? And I'd be like, yeah. And I had no idea what a touchdown was, a field goal, an interception, run back. I had no idea, but I was just doing that. So, yeah, that's what my dad got me onto was football. And as you can see, ever since, I never stopped. The reason why I still watch football is because of my dad.
Oh, cool. Tony Man is in it. Hey, Prem. Hey, Mrs. Prem. Hey, man, how you doing? And if you're a father, happy Father's Day, brother. I'm glad that you consistently come through. Last live stream, I didn't get a chance to talk about your comments, but this one I will be acknowledging them. So thank you for being here. All right. Well, Lori, do you have anything to say?
Well, I was raised by my grandfather and wonderful man. Everyone loved him. Spoiled me a little bit. But I had a really great upbringing, myself and my sister, with my grandfather and my grandparents.
Now, are those the ones that's native?
Yeah, they're Native American. Mm-hmm. So a lot of traditional things we did, a lot of places, a lot of trying different things out for different cultures and everything.
That's what I'm saying. She's a foodie because her palate is way bigger than mine. It's like this, hers is like this.
My grandfather used to take us out like every Friday night for dinner, different cultures, different restaurants. So I always
nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. Well, me being a father, I definitely enjoy spending time with my daughter when she just left, like maybe 15 minutes ago. I work a night shift, but as soon as I got off, I went and grabbed her. We had breakfast. Lori treated, so appreciate that. And we just hung out. She's 12, so I'm definitely trying to install things into her, me knowing her, and doing it at a pace where I know that she can retain it. I definitely try to bring it on both sides of the family. I'm big on family, so on the other side, I always connect with the elders, and on my father's side, connect with the elders.
Mhm.
You know, don't have to be a family reunion, but they're going to get a text or a call from me. This
Mhm.
is how they're doing, what's going on, and then the family members who are around my age, I get who is it? I get even her grandkids. I get everybody. So I might have 4 kids here.
Mhm.
The stay the night, and then it's going to be the movies,
Mhm.
roller skating,
Mhm.
baking contests, you know, sleepover, stuff like that. Because that's how I grew up. So I
Mhm.
keep this going, and family going to know each other.
Yes.
They're going to know each other, and they're going to understand what camaraderie is and stuff. So I'm very big on that. So
Mhm.
that's what I think about when it comes to Father Day. Me being an involved father, got to
Mhm.
be involved, guys.
Yeah.
Not just
Shout out to the uncles too, because we remember our uncles that come around and help us out, and because I have uncles that play really big roles in my life, so I appreciate them too. They're like daddy's helpers, kind of.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's what sometimes I'll call my nieces and nephews. Hey, what's going on?
Mhm. Yep.
Need a ride? Need a couple of dollars? Here's your limit. I'm not rich, but you know what I'm saying?
I remember one of my uncles, I was telling him, I was coming out of high school, and I told him, well, maybe I'll just stay here in East Hartford and go to community college. And my uncle said, why would you walk with the pigeons if you could soar with the eagles?
Oh,
And the thing was, I had the opportunity to come down to Miami, Florida, and play volleyball on scholarship.
mhm.
And for him to hear me say I might stay home and go to community college instead of taking that opportunity, that's why he said that. But I never forgot that, and that's 30 years ago.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so it shows that elders in the family do play a significant part. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, we're talking about Father Day, acknowledging fathers, but, you know,
Mhm.
elders in the family play a significant part. And I think we should pass that down. So that's what I'd be trying to do on my side, is pass that down with the nieces and nephews.
Yeah, and you know that's right on, Purim, because like if we talk about movies, the movie trope, what made Star Wars great was the whole idea of Luke not knowing who his dad was and figuring out who his dad was, and by the time you got to the end of it, he redeemed his dad when everybody else said you can't save him, man. He's more of a machine now more than a man.
Mhm.
So there's just pieces like that, and that's a trope in Hollywood. You see this trope about what happens when a dad figure's there and when he's not there. And what So yes, sir.
Exactly. And then I was thinking about John Landis, the director who did American Werewolf in London.
Yep.
His son is the one that's doing the new Ghostbuster.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? He did a couple more movies, and I was gonna go that route where I could get directors whose sons and daughter directing movies.
Mhm.
Francis Coppola daughter, she made a couple good movies and stuff. I forgot the titles of them, but maybe I might revisit that and have you guys up there.
Oh yeah, that would be good because David Lynch's son. Is it David Lynch?
Yep.
No, is it his son that's directing? I know. Also Cronenberg, his son is directing too.
Yes.
Okay, and that's the one, that movie that we like, Possessor. That's the one that, definitely good movie. Vega Bomber. I know you're not too heavy. You do horror movies sometimes, right?
Yeah, we do it because we have a horror mic comes on, and then of course my producer is a big horror film, fan, and so Kazak. So they're helping me learn more about the nuances to horror film. So yes.
Okay. So Possessor, I think me and Sasha are going to co-sign it. You might want to check that one out.
Yeah, it's more horror, science fiction, heavy science fiction.
Oh, okay.
So you might really dig that part of it as well.
Yeah, no, I gotta check that out. Possessor, when did it come out?
2020, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's recent. Okay.
Foreign movie. It's in English, but it's foreign.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So you'll definitely enjoy that. Yeah. Then since we're talking about movies and stuff, I guess was it Ben Stiller father who passed away?
Oh yeah, Jerry Stiller.
Yeah, stuff like that. I was gonna do a lot of stuff like that, but hey, maybe one day when I get back to it, we have another panel like this and just discuss a lot of movie directors' sons and daughters who are in the movie industry that we don't know about that are doing stuff. That'll be cool. But I definitely want to get into the weekly wrap up where every Sunday I just get up here and talk about stuff I find relevant that I want to share with you guys and we can discuss it. Okay. And the first one we have here is Wesley Snipes. And I'm going to tell this guy name wrong.
Hiroyuki Sanada.
Yep. Now, he's the one that played Scorpion in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, cool.
They both were signed on to be and do John Wick 4.
He was also in... Wait, I'm trying to think. He was another movie. I don't know whether it was the Raid or the Raid Redemption that he was in, if I'm not mistaken. It might be another kung fu movie. I'm getting my movies mixed up, but he's well known in kung fu movie circles. So that's cool to see.
So what do you think about that news? The Wesley Snipes and this actor joining the John Wick 4.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah. So now we got Donnie Yen. Are you familiar with Donnie Yen, Vega Bomber?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's Ip Man, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And he was in Rogue One. He was in Rogue One.
Yes, he was. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Wesley Snipes is also a martial artist. He's like a 6th-degree black belt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And y'all know that Wesley Snipes, as we're talking about Wesley Snipes, he was one that originally had the original script for Black Panther, and he was going to do Black Panther. We know it got pushed back, and a bunch of other things happened. They ended up doing Blade instead because they thought that'd be more relevant because there were a lot of vampire movies in the 90s. But yeah, he had one of the original scripts of Black Panther. Wesley Snipes was going to be Black Panther first. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
So Tony Man says, "I'm bad. He was in the Raid and the Raid 2." Yeah.
Oh, so I was right. See, what was throwing me off because the Raid and the Raid 2, I think they're Indonesian movies. But his name is looks like a Japanese name. So that's why I questioned myself, like, was he in that?
Yep, you're right. You're right. You're definitely wrong. Yeah, and then since you said It Man,
Yeah.
well, the movie It, the character, the actor who played It,
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
he's in this too.
Oh, wow. He's a good actor. That was his brother that used to be on True Blood playing Eric the Vampire, and his father is Stellan Skarsgård that was in Thor.
Yeah,
so they have the whole acting family.
Yeah. Thanks for that information. I know a lot of people are like, what?
Yeah.
That's definitely some good information right there. So it seems like for this John Wick movie, they're definitely building it up. Of course, what's his name? Lawrence Fishburne is back to reprieve his role, and let's see where they're taking it. But it seems like they're getting some really serious actors in there. This one is for you, Lady Sasha. Evil Dead Rising is going with a younger cast, and it's set and was set would be in urban, like an urban setting.
I love it. I don't know if you saw me and Crystal's last video. We reviewed this movie called Thriller, which is basically an unofficial remake of Prom Night, but it takes place in Compton, California, and it stars a whole Black and Latino cast. And we had fun talking about that movie. So I love urban horror movies, and this week I'm going to do a review of, because we had already, I think it was you and I that talked about Army of the Dead. I know we talked about The Conjuring, but Horror Miser Monty G was the only other person that I can think of that compared it to Dead Heist, which is a black horror movie, which is about these dudes that they go on a bank heist and they got to fight. Well, they're not technically zombies. I think there's some type of other creature, but they're zombie-like because they were biting people and they're kind of dead-ish. But they weren't in the movie. They're said to not be zombies. But I'm gonna review that too. I love anything. If you take an urban movie, like when they put the Z on the end, like Crips with a Z or Vampires with a Z, I will watch that.
I watch
That's my alley.
I used to watch Z Nation on USA Sci-Fi. Yeah, so
and the best Leprechaun is Leprechaun in the Hood. I'll watch that over and over again.
Is that a little guilty pleasure there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So more news for you guys. Blackula is in negotiation and will be produced by MGM. So what's your thoughts on that?
I saw something about that yesterday, and I said I hope this also opens the door for them to bring back Blackenstein, because that was a fun movie to me. It was Blackula, Blackenstein. There was a werewolf movie called The Beast Must Die. It was also the werewolf ended up being black. You don't understand. Oh, also The Black Exorcist. Oh, what was the name? Abby. Abby was The Black Exorcist. It's from somewhere between 1973 and 1977. If you haven't seen that, you have to check that out. Now, my fear is that they're going to take the campiness out of it, because now, like, their movies already have social messages in them. Horror just itself already has social messages in it. But sometimes modern horror, they treat the audience like we're stupid. Like, you have to beat them over the head. Like, you can allude to something or put something in subtext without beating somebody over the head with it, because when you beat somebody over the head with it, then it's not nuanced anymore. It just comes across like you're pandering. And I feel like when you come across like you're pandering, people will reject it. But if you come across, in a more natural way, then people will take that information in. That's why Candyman is so amazing, because it wasn't beating you over the head. It just showed you what life was like in that project, what kind of things happened. Even the situation with the mirror coming off the wall. There was a real story of a woman that got killed in one of those projects in Chicago because someone came through the detachable mirror and killed her. So a lot of things they put in the movie were true to life, but they didn't have to stop and have a character explain everything in the middle of the movie and go, well, don't treat people like they're stupid. We can get it. We understand.
So basically, it's not paint by numbers. We
Yeah.
got sophisticated enough moviegoers to understand what we're going into and watch. Tony Man said, I can't remember if Lady Sasha reviewed Snakes in Compton. Have you seen that one yet?
Yes, I have seen Snakes in Compton. I should pair that with Snakes on a Train, because Snakes on a Train goes after the Snakes on a Plane. But to seal up that point, we want more Get Out and less Antebellum. Like Get Out was very nuanced, very intelligent, and Antebellum was like, oh, this is what's popping. I'm just going to make something that's in that genre, but not really explore anything.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point. I'm glad you presented it like that. I definitely agree with you. Vagabond, what you have to say on that?
No, I think Lady Sasha hit it right on the head. It's like when you beat people over the head with stuff, number one, it's not creative. Number two, you just boring everybody. And number three, people start looking at their watch and thinking, okay, how much longer does this thing have? Like falling out of the movie. And I do the same thing. I fall out of a movie quick when they sit there and go, look, see the window? We're going to show you the window a lot because it's the window. And you're going, I got that, dude. I'm supposed to not know, so it's surprising. But they just try to super foreshadow everything, and only Hitchcock did that very well, right? So in Psycho, he did that perfectly. But today, you just see people just like, look, see. That's the reason why I don't like the new Star Wars films, because they beat you over the head with a bunch of social messages that I didn't really care for. I just wanted to see a good story.
Yeah,
Wow, they beat you over the head with social messages while being racist to their own cast. Like, it makes no sense at all. We're gonna beat you over the head with social messages, but we're gonna take the black character off the posters. Like, what?
Yeah, and they bait and switched us too, because I thought he was going to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Just to wrap it up before I move to the next topic, is that you got to have a balance when it comes to social issues putting in movies, and you don't want to beat them over the head. I think when people do watch movies, entertainment, this is just a way to relax and go into another situation and just enjoy what it is that they're watching. So I hope these directors can be mindful. If you're watching this, be mindful. So the next one I got for you guys is The Tomorrow War is shaping up to be something great for Amazon Prime platform. What's your thoughts? Did y'all see the commercial yet?
I'm not familiar with The Tomorrow War. What is that?
Is that the one with, is it Charlie Hunnam? That's
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, that's right. They do.
Okay.
I did see something once.
Okay, so basically, hold on, let me see if I can get y'all guys here. So basically, Lady Sasha and Vega Bomber, they're going back in time, right? There's a war going on. They're going back in time to recruit other people to go in the future to fight. So it's a merge of
Starship Troopers.
Oh, but it's just a big budget.
War. It's good.
It's a war thing. You got to see it, man. You got to see the trailer when you get a chance after this. But I think Amazon Prime is really shaping up to take the lane that a lot of these platforms aren't taking. For instance, they came up with The Boys, which I'm sure you watched that.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and with the book, me reading the book and seeing how they transferred it to the show, and they kept it the main part of it together. I'm like, wow, they're putting this on TV. And then they came back out with Invincible, which I have books. And then they're coming out with this. So I think they're taking that lane that we're gonna take the old school
Mhm.
high body count, action type lane, and I'm fine with that because everybody else has this lane. They're very conscious, and like you said, social cues and all that stuff.
Or playing it safe, like Netflix with their originals, they play it a little safe. They can actually make the same type of content, but they seem to feel more comfortable in this. We're going to keep it PG-13. Whatever it is, we're going to keep it PG-13.
Yeah, no matter what, horror movie, PG-13. Action movie, PG-13. Except certain foreign movies, they will slide in there.
Yeah.
But besides that, for the most part, because the demographic is the bigger demographic, the more views and more views and more how they get paid. And it is a business, and they are shelling out all these $1 million. They need to get something back, and they don't want to take a risk and put something like a horror R out there, and it's millions of dollars, and like nobody's viewing that. You know what I'm saying? You can't focus on a small group. Case in point, comic book fanatics, where you're showing this movie to a mainstream population. You know, so a lot of people need to be mindful of that when they do make these movies that we read and they transfer. Like, oh my God, they got it wrong. Well, the person seeing this movie never even heard of the book. First time seeing the trailer, so they got to set it up a way where they can get these people involved.
Can I mention another platform I think is really cool?
Yeah, go ahead. Tubi.
Yes, Tubi. Tubi is so good. Tubi is the closest thing to an actual mom and pop video store. You find movies on Tubi, it's like, I never heard of this. This came out in 1989. Never seen it before, but it looks good. And then you just put it on and it's amazing. They're just the broad range of movies that are on Tubi. Not too long ago, me and my sister rewatched Invasion USA. And it was so good. She went back and got the DVD of it. I couldn't really remember it. She said, "Don't you remember seeing this when we were kids?" And I didn't really remember it like that. But seeing it now, I'm like, this is amazing. I can't believe, how did I forget this one?
You know what? There's a video store on Whitney Avenue, Hampton, where I want to go in there and talk to the owner and see if I could do a live stream there and just talk about the video store and look at some of the covers, the artwork.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, because since I'm an artist, I would like to show some of the cover artwork that brought us in, like, and treat us to get the movie. You know what I'm saying? Now it's Photoshop, all the actors had, and a scene from the movie, and that's it, with some fonts, and that's it. And I think it's lazy. I think it was an art form to that when it comes to like posters and all that stuff. That stuff sold us when we went to the movie theater. Poster, like Star Wars, Jaws, like all them artwork and stuff. It was amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna try to get in there and see if he can go for it. If he is, you definitely see him doing a live stream from an old school video store.
Well, there's a YouTube channel that has a whole feature just on movie posters. It's called 24x36, the size of a movie poster frame. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, check it out. If you love artwork on film and stuff like that, it's called 24x36.
I'm big on that stuff.
Yeah, so it's like nice.
So the next one is this one. Resident Evil for Netflix. This is the cast. What do you think?
I've been hurt by Resident Evil so much I can't even get my hopes up.
Yeah, I'm cautious. I'm very cautious.
Yeah,
that's the cast. So it's gonna be for Netflix. Let's see what happens. I never played a game, but I'm familiar with it. I did collect some of the CGI animations. I did watch the movie, and I don't remember it being an all-female cast. Nothing against that, but are we pandering?
Right.
Or are we really going a different way? But I would give it a chance because it might be tight. We never know.
They have to amp up the action, because one of the great things about the Resident Evil games were the action. I didn't even mind them adding the Alice character because she's not present in the original game.
No,
but the actress that the director chose his wife to play her, and over I don't know how many movies now, 5 or 6 movies, she still can't execute her stunts well. And it's like, we have Black Widow now. We can't go back to that. The bar has been raised.
Okay.
I like Mila as an actress, but not as a action actress. Like she was all right in The Fifth Element, except for the action scene. And she's a very beautiful girl. I think she was a model before she was acting.
She's a model,
but just get somebody. They killed off the best action person in it, and that was Michelle Rodriguez. And the series killed her 3 times because they killed her. They brought her back, and then she had a clone, and they killed her a second time and killed the clone. I said, why do they hate her? She's a really great stunt person, though, or I don't know if she does all her own stunts, but she looks like she's doing her own stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. All right. So, have you watched these series, Vega Bomber, the Resident Evil series?
I've watched the movie version of it, so I've seen the movies. I've seen the first 3, and then after that, I kind of got tired head about it. But the first 3 was pretty good, actually. In fact, that first one surprised the hell out of me. I was like, "Whoa, there's some really good, legitimate, scary themes here that happen." So I do like it. So it's enough for me to see what it looks like on this series now.
All right, so Netflix is definitely trying to get their hands in there. So the next thing I got for you is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. So that's going to be the title, the working title. And what they're saying is will be more serious than the first one. I didn't think the first one was that fun. It had jokes in it. It was like, it really stood out that it was like, borderline comedy. But if they're going to go serious, they might touch social issues dealing with the sea, like pollution and stuff like that. So I get it. And I don't have no problem with that because it is an issue. But I didn't notice too much jokes in there. What about you, Vega Bomber?
Yeah, I thought I think they tried to put some stuff in there and it just didn't land in certain places because of the way it was cut, the way it was edited. So you didn't get a chance to really linger on what they were saying. But you're right. I don't think, now that I think about it, there wasn't that many jokes that I can remember.
Yeah, it wasn't that many jokes in there.
Is James Wan coming back to direct it again?
Yes.
Nice.
So we're in good hands. We're in good hands.
Yeah, I wish James Wan would have stayed back and done the third Conjuring. I wish he would have.
Yeah.
We were just watching. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I want to hear what you say.
Oh, we were just watching Spiral last night, and I mentioned that with The Conjuring 3 and with Spiral, when people take over James Wan's properties, they don't time their jump scares as well as he does. He has this thing where he can time it so well, it gets you. Whereas the people, when they take over his properties, I don't know whether they're telegraphing it too early or what, but they're just not landing those jump scares the way he did.
Well, they're doing 2 things. Like I said earlier, like, look, guys, it's coming through the window, and then it's a premature jump, like, and it's like, oh, you did it too quick. So it's those 2 things that's going on. But the thing that I noticed about James Wan to me is that he's a very has a unique style that a lot of people can't copy. And I think when you do The Conjuring, if he gives you that movie, you have to go your way. You keep everything the same as far as the script. You keep the same writers on the script, but when it comes to the jump scares and all that stuff, you have to do it your own way because it's going to fall short. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're copying somebody, and that's not what you want to do. So, yeah. Got a little comment here. Let's see. I just need to know something. If Aquaman is nearly bulletproof, how do you get those tattoos? He said this last week.
That's the second time.
He said this last week. I'm going to try to address that. Seeing that these are comic books and movie stuff, it can happen because they got to brush their hair, they got to do so. They getting, I don't know. I have to come back to you, but it's a
needle.
Yeah, it's a valid question. I'm gonna figure it out for you. And as soon as I figure that out for you, Tony, man, I will come right back to you and answer that because you did present that question last week, so I had to acknowledge it. Yeah, do y'all know? Nobody knows.
No, this is special needle they use.
Okay.
There was something you guys talked about last week. I didn't get a chance to. Well, I don't think I. No, I did comment it, but I didn't do the full comment regarding comic book movies. You guys were talking about Jonathan Masters. Is that his name? Jonathan Masters from Lovecraft Country?
H.P. Lovecraft. No. The black guy.
Yeah, from Lovecraft Country. I put in the comments that he's been signed by Marvel. And that was according to Variety magazine. They said that he's on contract with Marvel. But later I found it.
What's going on?
Hey, Knight. Later I found an article from Deadline that is saying that they think that he is going to play Kang the Conqueror in the in Ant-Man 3.
No, he is.
But it's
He's
un-
definitely- he's
it's
gonna play King
confirmed.
the Conqueror. Yeah, he's definitely playing King the Conqueror. So this is what we're gonna get.
Mhm.
Let's see how I can get this out of here. Nope, don't want to do that.
Y'all talking about
Give me a
Jonathan
minute.
Majors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing King.
Oh, so it is official.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to that.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm back.
Yep. All right. So the Night Watch Zone, I want you to meet a good friend of mine, Vega Bomber.
Nice to meet you, Zone.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Love those posters back there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So are you guys keeping up with the Loki TV series?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. I'll start off with you, Vega Bomber. Are you watching them? And if so, what's your thoughts on episode 2?
Actually, I haven't started them yet.
Mhm.
I've been out of town, but I've got it like in my queue to watch, so I haven't had a chance to start it yet. So
Okay. Well, you're gonna
don't worry
enjoy.
about spoiling. Just don't worry about spoiling it because I think these aren't that hard to figure out. But go ahead.
Okay. Lady Sasha.
I actually have a question for Lori because I noticed that she very much likes science fiction. And did you notice the homages, or I don't know whether it's homages, I'm just calling it that, in the color palette and the way that the agency looked, that looked like the movie Brazil?
No, I didn't even notice.
One of the things I was picking up, because, well, actually, the first episode, my sister said, "Oh, this reminds me of Brazil," and I hadn't seen that movie. And it's a Terry Gilliam movie who did 12 Monkeys. Yeah. So I went back and watched it, and the way the agency where the man in Brazil was working, and Brazil is like a dystopian, futuristic type of movie. It would pair good with like 1984. The color palette with the browns and the oranges are similar, and also the technology where it's futuristic and retro at the same time, where everything is like analog, and you have like these typewriters, or like in Loki, you have these rotary dial phones, yet they can reverse time. So it was very similar, and I wondered if the director was paying homage to that. Yeah, and I know that the showrunner is actually the one of the writers from Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned that the last live stream, but I noticed that too when I start watching it, that it has a retro look to it, which I enjoy. Even with the what they call them, like the PSA commercials and stuff inside the show, I definitely enjoy that. So, what'd you think, the Night Watch? I don't call you Night Watch.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's really cool. I mean, Tom Hiddleston, he's got the charisma, I mean, he's making it work, and I like the mystery that's happening. But probably as much as all of that, I really enjoy Owen Wilson. Like, Owen Wilson is really, really cool in this show, and it's like a ride, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm have to agree with you because his acting is really seasoned. Like, he's comfortable in this role that he's playing. So, Vagabond, when you do watch it, you're gonna notice that with Owen Wilson. Overall, definitely enjoying it. I don't want to say too much, Vagabond don't mind, but I will give you a little bit, a little surprise to it with episode 2. Are you guys familiar with this news right here? The Lords of the Ring is going to be animated and will be released in theaters.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on that?
I just had a flashback to when I was a kid, and they had the animated The Hobbit, and the creature bit the man's finger off, and I was so distressed. I was too young to watch that.
That is so funny you say that.
I remember the song.
Yeah. Me and my brother, Kill, we used to watch that as kids, man. It's so funny that y'all are talking about that, because like we thought we were the only ones, that watched that. And we used to sing the songs and all that.
Yeah, when he said there's a way, and I was like, yeah. So, Vagabond, are you familiar with the old school animation of The Hobbit?
I am, and I tell you, one of the things that if they're going to bring it to the theaters now in terms of the Lord of the Rings, What'll be interesting is they won't be bound like they are with that live action. So that it'll be interesting to see how creative they get with it. That's what I want to see. I want to see how can they get creative without like totally making it a completely different story and leaving away the lore. So there's always that balance of how much new do you add to it without stepping over some of the lore. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I think that would be good. And yeah.
Okay, because I think Madhouse or C1 Studio will be producing the animation. They have a decent budget. Peter Jackson right now is not attached, but he might be attached further down the line. He might have some involvement, but I think this would be cool. It's something unique. It's something different because we haven't really seen a live stream PG-13 content like this animation in theater. So this is something new for me. It's been a while. I mean, I have seen animations at animation festivals where they show different animations around the world.
Right.
At these festivals. That's a smaller type venue, but for this to be mainstream, I'm really looking forward to this. So
I still got that. I got that Hobbit on DVD. I bought that like a few years ago. I was like, man, I gotta watch this to see if it holds up.
yeah, there you go. So this is for my Horror Hounds here. The 4th installment for VHS is coming to Shudder. What's your thoughts?
Oh wow!
I'll go with Lady Sasha because I know you watched the VSS.
Oh yeah, I watched the series. It's I think Shudder's original movies are getting better and better. When I started off, they were a little shaky, like how Netflix original movies are, but they're getting increasingly better, and that's good to see. There was one that was called Z, that was about a little boy that had an imaginary friend that turned out to be a demon. That was really good. I'm not sure. No, this one was acquired because some Shudder originals are movies that they financed from the beginning, and others are movies that they acquired. And there's one called Fried Berry that they acquired from a South African film company, and it puts you. It's similar to, if you guys remember, the Brother from Another Planet. It's similar to that, but it takes place in South Africa, and it's in.
Hey, what's going on there, Greg? How you doing?
Hey,
Greg.
Got lost in the game. I was like, oh my God, what time is it?
It's okay, you're here. So, Greg, we have a nice little panel going on. We have Vega Bomber, Lady Sasha, and Night Watch. And right now we're discussing a horror series that's going to be on Shudder. And Lady Sasha was talking about Shudder movies, how they're getting better, making them.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lady Sasha.
Oh, I was just saying that they had just released a movie called Fried Berry that's similar to A Brother from Another Planet.
Okay.
Or The Brother from Another Planet. It's that type of. It had that type of feel, but it took place in South Africa. I think in Cape Town specifically.
I did see that movie. Actually, it was okay. It wasn't that bad. Night Watch. What's your thoughts on it? With the 4th installment for VHS coming to Shudder?
Well, I mean, I think it's a good idea. I mean, you might as well. And Shudder, like Sasha was saying, Shudder has got some good stuff, and it's getting better. I like the VHS series, although the third one I don't really remember that much. But the first two, the first one especially was good. The second one was pretty good too. And I know I saw the third, but I don't really remember it. But it's a cool concept, though. I mean, anthologies are always fun.
Cool. Keeping right along in the whole vein of sci-fi and horror, Netflix Awake is a sleeper hit. I'm hearing that Netflix is doing good numbers with this movie. It's getting good reviews, and I've seen it and I enjoyed it more than what I expected. So I'm gonna start off with Vega Bomber. If you've seen this movie called Awake, have you seen this on Netflix yet?
I haven't seen it yet. So I've been out of town. So I've recently got back in. So I got like a whole list of things, but I haven't seen it yet.
I might want to add that to your queue. You're gonna be a busy man this weekend. Lady Sasha, I'm gonna come to you. What's your thoughts? Have you seen this?
I haven't seen it. I did see the trailer for it, and it kind of looked like Netflix is trying to pull an Asylum, where it's like, oh, you guys gonna go watch A Quiet Place too? Well, we got something similar.
No, it's definitely they definitely are doing that, but the director who directed this movie did an excellent job, and
That's good to hear.
if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna hold off on certain things. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna go down to Night Watch. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard of it, but I haven't had a chance to see it yet. But now that you're like saying it's pretty good, now I got to add it to my queue too. You know.
Okay, and last but not least, my man Greg, have you seen Awake?
No, I did. I haven't even seen the trailer for it. I'm lost. So
Okay. Well, let's get to the fun stuff then. Let's get to the fun stuff. Since this is Father's Day, we're gonna do a speed round. And you know what that consists of, guys. Basically, a couple questions or quotes from famous quotes from manly movies. So I'm gonna go down the line. I'm gonna ask these questions. I'm looking at. I think I'm about to go with Nightwatch because he has a vast, like a lot of information. But I don't know, Sasha, she's on it too. So then you got Vega Bomber. He got a lot of information too. Then we got Greg. So it's a nice little lineup here. So the first one I got is. Let's get this right. Get to the chop. What movie is this quote from? I'm gonna go with Vega Bomber.
Get to the chopper. Is that what you said?
Get to the chopper.
Ah, okay. I'm not gonna know this one. This one is not ringing a bell right off the bat.
Okay, Lady Sasha.
Predator. And you wrote it wrong. It's get to the chopper.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
That's what
you got to
I'm
put an
saying.
A on it.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Mhm. All right, so the next one is a famous one. Is, what's in the box? What's in the box? So, Greg, you're up next.
oh, that's Brad Pitt. 7.
Mhm.
There it is. At the end of the movie. What's in the box? Henry Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dope.
man.
I love that movie.
That was intense. When I seen that part, I was like, oh, man, don't let him know.
One of the best
Mhm.
endings ever.
Yeah, I'm not the co-sign that, Greg. It was definitely a favorite ending there. Vega Bomber, have you seen 7?
Yes, but it's been a long time ago.
Okay. So the next one I got is, as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Is that for me?
That's how the movie starts. It pauses and it narrates, and the guy says that.
Who's
As
that
far
for?
back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Do we have a buzzer?
Goodfellas.
Who said it?
Goodfellas.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is. There it is. Okay, Vega Bomber, you coming through. Say hello to my little friend.
Is that one for me?
I'm going to Lady Sasha.
That's the poster that every hood person has in their house. That's Scarface.
Oh,
Right?
Mhm. There we go. So yeah, Goodfellas. That's right, Goodfellas. So let me keep it going.
You want us to raise our hand, or do you want? Are you
I
gonna?
know,
know
man.
what?
I've been holding back. I've been holding back with saying this
Okay,
stuff.
no, you guys can raise your hands. Raise your hands. Are you not entertained? Okay, Night Watch.
Gladiator.
There it is. One of the best movies around that Russell Crowe did. Gladiator.
Sign.
That's right.
I'm manly enough to say I cried at the end.
There you go. That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry. Vega Bomber.
Avengers.
There you go. There you go. What I do have is a particular set of skills. Lady Sasha,
I just blanked out. Oh God, Taken.
Yes.
take it. There you go. There you go.
Liam Neeson.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back. Night Watch.
Terminator.
Watch.
Terminator.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Well, could you say every Arnold movie after that too?
All right, so we got Quinn, Q, what?
Why did you write it like that? Hello, everyone, and Lady Sasha. I'm not everyone.
Well, hey, how you doing?
I'll take it.
Mentioned you. That's
Yeah, I'll take it positively.
Because you're special.
Yeah.
All right, so
Good
here's the
way.
next one. Tonight we dine in hell. Great.
Gladiator.
Nope.
Close.
I'm going with Vega Bomber.
Oh wait, 300.
300.
300. Here we
Laura
go.
Butler. Leonidas.
There we go. There we go.
Damn.
This is my broomstick, or basically boomstick. I'm gonna go with Lady Sasha.
Army of Darkness.
There we go. There you go. Got some comments in here. Yep,
Oh,
300.
they're playing along. Good.
Mhm. Say what again? Say what again? Great.
Pulp Fiction.
There we go. Tight situation. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
I would have said what myself. I'm like, what? You just shot my friend on the couch.
Back in the day when I used to make mixtapes with the help of LimeWire, I used to put that in between the songs. It just be like,
Okay, so we did a thing for the father. Let's go to celebrate Juneteenth. Guess the black movie quotes. So, you guys ready?
mhm.
Okay. Ricky! Great.
Boys in the Hood.
There you go. There you go. Bye, Felicia. Vega Bomber.
Oh,
Friday.
There you go. Classic movie. We still say that to this day.
Yep.
I'm putting case on all you bitches. Night Watch.
Training Day.
There you go. There you go. Sexual chocolate. Lady Sasha.
Coming to America.
There we go. I still say that to that day sometimes. I'll be saying that. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall.
I love that one. You gotta do it like this. I still got it, Bobby. Nice like this. I wish rain would fall. That's the 5 heartbeats. when homeboy was strung out on the heroin and he said he still got it.
We ride together, we die together. Night Watch.
Bad Boys.
There we go. And I'm my brother keeper. Vega Bomber.
Is that New Jack City?
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yes, it is.
Who said 5 heartbeats?
The 5 Heartbeats.
No, that was for the question before.
Another
Okay.
question before. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, and run amok. I'm gonna go with Lady Sasha.
Malcolm X.
There we go. There we go. This is the secret. You got to coordinate. Great.
Boomerang.
Mhm.
There you go.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
Look at you. You got
Last
a
but
little
not
boomerang
least.
too.
I'm the pappy. No, I'm the pappy. Go ahead, Lady Sasha.
Life.
Yep.
Oh,
Here
wow.
we go.
Yeah. Okay. That was a good one.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Am I the only
Yeah,
person that
no.
liked that movie?
I just thought it was all right. I only saw it one time, but I remember that
think
scene.
That is my least favorite Eddie Murphy movie.
You know what? It wasn't the best movie. I think that's when he started declining in his movies. But I will say this about Eddie Murphy in his defense. Let's go with Nutty Professor, Harlem Nights, Orbit, Vampire in Brooklyn, Boomerang. Every movie that he has the older comedian actors and the younger one. He always put everybody on. He always show love.
Yeah.
There's no other actor on that level that's doing what he's doing, and
Mhm.
he's been consistent with that. So I give salute to Eddie Murphy for even doing that.
And
Oh,
home,
no
right?
doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
There was just something about that movie. It just seemed like it was
It-
more depressing than funny. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, because they didn't get away.
Right. Right.
Until they was oh, that's right. You can't have my
Holy Man wasn't that good either. Holy Man wasn't that good either.
No. What I did like. Go ahead, Lady Sasha.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was surprised you didn't go back further. I was worried I wouldn't get some of these because I thought you was gonna do some of the older like blaxploitation movies, but I guess I'm the only one still watching those.
Well, you know what? Like I said, I'm be working on some black exploitation stuff
Mhm.
and have the guys back on the panel. But I don't know, man. His last movie, I definitely enjoy. Mr. Church, Eddie Murphy. Have y'all seen that one, Mr. Church?
I saw bits of it.
I thought it was good.
That's a good one.
Bigger Bomber. Have you seen it?
I have. It was a really good film. I
Yeah.
thought that he showed the maturity of his acting where he didn't have to use a facial expression to be funny or these other things. And you actually,
Mhm.
for moments in that movie, you forgot. It's kind of like when you saw Jim Carrey in The Truman Show. Somebody who's super funny, but nail a role that's super about character and people. And he just did it well. So to see him do all that comedy and then do something like this film, then yeah, it was showing his chops, and he was still very, very good.
Yeah, I'm gonna recommend that movie to you guys if you haven't seen it. It's called Mr. Church.
Yeah.
It's not a big budget movie. It's like a small house type movie where it's something you watch in the morning, Saturday, Sunday morning. Real easy watch. I don't want to give too much away, but if you do watch it, just hit me in my messenger. Let me know if you like it or not. Carry on. I love Vampire in Brooklyn. Hilarious as hell. Yeah, it was funny.
Mhm.
I think watching that again, revisiting it is funny. I think when it came out, it was, I don't know. I think it missed its mark. It didn't have a good marketing, or it wasn't the right time for that movie.
Right.
But revisiting that movie, yeah, it's better. Life, I thought it was kind of depressing because they didn't get away, and when they got away, they was older. They didn't have their youth, and it was like wrongly accused and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, this
I reviewed Vampire in Brooklyn on my channel. I did a double feature review with Blackula, and watching them back to back, I can see where Vampire in Brooklyn was heavily influenced, almost to the point where it's almost an unofficial remake of Blackula. And I believe it was directed by Wes Craven. So a lot of people, I think they didn't accept it because they still wanted to see funny Eddie Murphy, and he wasn't trying to be funny at all in that movie.
Yeah, but I think the way they packaged it with Kadeem Hardison, like the joke, they put him in the trailer, so it showed that it was going to be funny. But when you got it, it's like, that's not what it was. So Night Watch, great. Earlier when we first started this live stream, we was talking about father because it's Father Day. Is there anything that you want to announce about your father, Night Watch, that you enjoy?
About my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, my dad, among all the other things, as far as being a great, father and provider and an example, he always was very supportive. And to be quite honest, all these movies, especially the older movies, I wouldn't have known about them if he wasn't a movie person himself, and that was something that was really cool as a kid. Obviously you play with your toys and video games and your friends and running around outside, and then my dad would be like, okay, we're gonna go and rent some movies, and me and my brother would be like, oh, all right. And so that was really where my love of movies came from. Is my father and my mother, but my father, just this morning when I talked to him, I was like, what you doing, Dad? He's like, oh, I'm watching The Professional. And I'm like,
okay,
that was a good movie. He's like, yeah, I love that movie, so he's still still cool like that. But yeah, no, I love my dad. He's good.
Greg, if you choose to, I understand the situation. If you want to say anything about your father.
Well, my dad passed away. This is my first Father's Day without my father.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. My father, the first memory of my father in movies was I was outside playing with my friends, and my mother made me come in the house and take a shower and get dressed. And I remember they made me wear this silver silk shirt with black polka dots because it was the 70s. And I'm like, my mother was like, your dad's taking you to the store. I'm like, why I gotta get dressed and wear this ugly shirt to go to the store? And my father took me to see Star Wars. And
Nice.
when I tell you that began it all for me and my dad,
Mhm.
I think that was my first nerd experience where
Mhm.
it was an awakening, you know?
Mhm.
And ever since then, me and my dad, every Father's Day, I take him to a movie. And that's
Yeah.
what we had to do. My dad was the kind of guy who would give me pound when something cool would happen during the movie, you know? And he would go, "That was the joint, son. That was the joint." And I'm gonna miss my dad. I love him so much, and he made me the quote unquote geek nerd that I am
Mhm.
today. He was watching Star Trek long before I thought it was just scary, and
Mhm.
but he started me down my journey, and I'm gonna miss him.
That's
Okay.
beautiful.
That's
And so
beautiful.
lucky you got to see Star Wars in the theater.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I only
man.
got to see Return of the Jedi in the theater.
Me
Oh, wow.
too. Me
Did I
too.
just
Mhm.
date myself?
Yes.
No, I
Yeah.
That's all right though. That's all right. That's something to be
I
proud
saw Star
of.
Wars in 1977. Same story,
I
Greg.
saw Star
Same
Wars so
story.
many times in the theater because there were no VCR back then.
Mhm.
That's when they would have a re-releasing of the movie, and you would go see it. You know.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and you know what?
Also-
It's okay, Greg, because my AARP is coming the mail in a couple of months. So I'm looking for my
I-
discounts.
I like what he said about Black geekdom too, because when I think about it, my father made it okay to be a black. This is a man that's the reason why I know about The Hobbit. I didn't turn on The Hobbit. My father was watching The Hobbit, and I sat down and watched it with him. He has the Lord of the Rings swords, and my mother as well. The first convention I ever went to was a
Mhm.
Star Trek convention with my mother, and
Wow.
she's like the type of Trekkie that she read the books. She could tell you, oh, this was episode such and such in 1968. Like that and Dune. She's the one that explained Dune to me because she took us to see that in the movie theater. I was 9 years old when I saw Dune. I had no
Wow.
idea what the hell was going on. Still a
Nice.
beautiful film to me, but she
Mhm.
explained to me that the way they shot the film, if you didn't read the books, it would be kind of confusing. But they made it okay to be a black geek.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, my
Dune
dad
is
pushed
an
me to be a
underrated
black geek, but not.
masterpiece. Everybody hates that movie. I can't figure out why. I thought that movie was so dope.
Mhm.
You know,
Which one?
the powers, the studios, the costumes,
Yeah.
Dune.
everything was over the top.
Mm-hmm.
You had Picard in there
Mm-hmm.
with a mullet.
Right.
So Tony Man said I saw Star Wars, Superman, and Raiders in the movie theater. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. all
Nice.
three,
Yeah.
Same here.
Me too.
Mm.
And it's funny because up here, Greg can attest to it. We had this movie theater called The Forest, where we used to walk up the hill and pay 99 cents and watch movies. And we had downtown, right across from the Schubert. What was that movie theater called? You remember the name, Greg?
College Street.
College Street Theater?
The Yale Theater.
No, the
College Street.
College Street, right across from Schubert.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. But the movies were like a double feature. So we do the Kung Fu movie first, Shaw Brothers, and
Yes.
then we'll watch the horror movie. And then we'll walk home. We're like 13 or 14 years old. So 99 cents was the price of admission to sit there and watch two movies.
Most
Uh,
of the
In the
movies.
Forest Theater, if you were there during the last show and that old lady would come by and sweep your feet during the end of the movie,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because she was ready to go home, she was like, "Y'all got to get out of here."
Yeah, that's her way of nicely telling you when she sweep your feet. Vega Bomber, can you have any childhood memories of going to the movies and the price and admissions? Stuff
Yeah.
like that?
Well, I'll tell you how I got into some of these movies because sometimes moms would just drop me off and say, "I'll be back," and she thought I was going to get bed knobs and broomsticks or something like that. She'd go shopping.
Oh,
We
wow.
had these outdoor malls. So I messed up one time. I said, "Exorcist. That has a girl in it, the little kid. Okay, I'll watch The Exorcist." Having no idea what it was. That movie scared the mess out of me for the rest of my. I ended up having to walk out of there. I was so scared. Mom's like, "So how was bed knobs and broomsticks?"
Mhm.
I don't know what I just saw. And I never told her that that's what it was. But yeah, my pops, he hated all this sci-fi and stuff, which made me want to see it even more. So that's how he made me a black nerd, because every time I wanted to go see something here in the South, it was always, "Oh, that's the devil." So when I went to see Star Wars, and we saw my folder, I used to have one of those Trapper Keepers that had Darth Vader on it. And he'd be like, "What's that?" that's the devil right there. You know? And then everything was the devil unless it was football because he played football, right? So that's how I became a black nerd. I would watch Battlestar Galactica. Oh, that's the devil right there. So
okay.
Everything was the devil.
Okay.
I know you love the Water Boy.
Yeah. Yes, I did. When I saw that. Mama Boucher? Yes. I did.
Something wrong with him with Nogata.
Most of the times we got to go to the movies, it was the drive-in. So we saw most things either at the Hartford Drive-In or the Mansfield Drive-In, which I always say in my videos. The Hartford Drive-In is not in Hartford; it's like on the Burlington Turnpike in Newington, but it's still called the Hartford Drive-In. But there was also the UA Theater in Manchester that used to have 99-cent movies, and then when I got a little bit older, my grandmother was the one that would drop you off at the movie theater on Saturday with $20. I'll be back in a couple hours.
Yeah.
And we must have seen Roger Rabbit, like because I had my younger cousin with me, and he was only like 9 years old, so I couldn't take him with me into stuff. So I had to sit through Roger Rabbit like 3 times, and I hate that movie. But on the bright side, I did get to see Poltergeist at the drive-in. I got to see John Carpenter's The Thing, Poltergeist. I got to see Cronenberg's The Fly when it came out.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the. Oh, and we did get to see Superman 2 at the Showcase Cinemas East in East Hartford, but we didn't come early enough. So my uncle took a bunch of my cousins. My uncle used to work for the YMCA, so he used to have like the YMCA van. So he'd come and pick up all his nieces and nephews. We're going to the movies. What was funny is he would take us with the at-risk youth kids.
You just mixed all in there?
Yeah, so technically I was an at-risk youth. Anyways, we were sitting in the front row to watch Superman 2, just looking up straight up. We were happy to have it.
Right.
That's right. And it's funny because we all worked out. We all were to be fine people. Here you go, $20. I'll come back in a couple hours and get you later.
Yeah.
That's right.
Parents didn't have to worry.
No.
Right.
No.
It was a different world, man. And like simple things like that meant the world. Like I said, man, when my parents would say, we're going to Blockbuster, you get two movies. And I was like, it's Christmas, you know. It was like it was awesome. Me and my brother, we were satisfied. We were satisfied.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to tell one Blockbuster story. Well, it wasn't Blockbuster; it was a different video store. It's the movie that made my mother check all the movies that we picked. Before that, she wouldn't really look. She wouldn't pay attention. She'd say, "Pick 2 movies. We picked 2 movies. Go home." She wasn't paying attention. I rented Black Devil Doll from Hell when I was 14.
Oh my God.
And when the scene came on, when the doll was assaulting the woman, she took it out the VCR. She said, "From now on, any movie you pick, you need to show it to me first, so I can verify that it's okay."
Wow. So Tony Man says, remember the theater on the corner of Ella Grasso and the Forest Road in New Haven? Yeah, that's the one that we're referring to. Yeah. But listen, guys, I'm definitely happy that you guys came through. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We'll be doing this every Sunday, the weekly wrap up. I was sending links out to people who want to join in. Everybody's invited, and I have another theme for the next week.
Nice.
Vega Bomber, just the first time here, but there'll be more times on my platform. Lady Sasha, as always, thanks for the support. Nightwatch, I appreciate you. Greg, I got some things lined up for us down the road, so be ready. But I'm glad that you're here.
Prim, can you put everybody's channel in the description box so I could find everybody afterwards? Because it'll be hard for me to go back and try to find, okay, who was I talking to?
Matter of fact, Vega Bomber, plug yourself in, man.
Yeah, so Vega Bomber, it's on YouTube as Vega Bomber. So it's one word, Vega Bomber, named after one of my favorite Hot Wheels that I had from the 70s.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And then it's also on Instagram.
You can come on, Tony, man. You can definitely come on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Instagram, Facebook, it's all under Vega Bomber or Vega Bomber on Film on Instagram because someone had already taken Vega Bomber.
Nice. I'll look you up after the show, man. After we
Absolutely. I want to check you guys out as well.
Okay, and if y'all want, you can leave your stuff in the comment section, like
I'll put because it might be confusing because on here I'm Lady Shasha, but my channel is called What Did I Just Watch?
Yeah.
because that
so-
used to be my response to some of the more extreme horror that I used to watch. My thought would be like, what did I just watch?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, just write your information down there so people can see them in the comment and they can go check this stuff out. Anything you want to plug there, Night Watch? Anything coming up on your platform?
Hey man, hey look, you know me, man. I'm live streaming.
You're the hardest man. You're the hardest working man ever. Because every time there's something up on your platform.
Yes.
So salute to you, brother.
But you know, it's fun, dude. That's the best part, is that it's fun, and being able to just, you know, talk about some fun stuff with my folks and meeting people and stuff like that. But yeah, later on tonight, at 6:30, we're gonna be doing our horror movies of the 2000s. So we're moving through the decades. So we'll be doing that tonight.
Okay, cool. Greg, you got anything you want to say or?
No, just it's really great to talk to, you know, I'm not alone. There are Black nerds out there, and I'm so happy about that.
Yeah. Okay. Lori, she was kind of quiet.
No.
She was quiet today, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
again-
everything's good.
All right.
I enjoy.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy you guys coming through. I appreciate it. And again, I will send the links out, and it's every Sunday at 3:00. All right.
All right.
All right. See you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, see you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.